Dior has just dropped their most whimsical summer beauty collection yet. We have daisies, we have ladybugs, and we have a major focus on very pearlescent light pigment. But beyond the very cool, I'll give it that, limited edition packaging, is the formula actually any good? Are these products worth picking up? So let's just dive in. Welcome back, everyone. Today's Dior. Today's Dior Spring Summer, and I'm gonna do some comparisons with Chanel Spring Summer for obvious reasons. One, if you're not aware, J.W. Anderson is now the creative director for Dior, whereas Mathieu, I can't even pronounce his name correctly, I'm so sorry, Blazy is the creative director of Chanel. And so there's a lot of, back and forth about who's doing a better job at which major designer brand. My opinion, by the way, is Blazy. But anyway, so the makeup as well has been, there's always a little bit of competition between the two, whether it's real or not. Like from the customer side, it's always there. The first thing that I have to mention about this collection, because it's the thing that everyone notices, is this. This is the compact for the powder highlighter, and it's also the compact for the bronzer. Well, they're not blushes, they're bronzers. I was gonna say bronzer slash blushes, but they're bronzers. And so these look identical to the bags that J.W. Anderson designed. J.W. Anderson is a designer who I think very highly of. The bag that he designed, there's one that has, I'll put up pictures, there's actually two. There's a Lady Dior and a DJoy that have this design on it. And the bag is gorgeous, there's no question. And this design, I love this design. In fact, there's a bag that he's done that has blue, I think they might be primroses, I'm not sure, that has a yellow ladybug on it that I would, if somebody wanted to just gift, if JW wanted to gift it to me, I'd be thrilled. But those bags from the DJoy all the way to Lady Dior, they range. But you're talking $8,000 to $13,000. So when everyone saw this packaging, it was like, well, at least I can get a piece of the packaging, which I totally get. I picked them up for that reason. The products that are in this collection are very pearlescent, like extremely pearlescent. Everything is. So you have the fresh blue and you have the sun-kissed coral. Those are the two looks that they're promoting. And for me, I went for the fresh blue, because I actually like coral on me. Like I like coral on most people, but I thought it was the shade that most of you guys would be interested in, frankly. And I knew these weren't gonna be pigmented. I had seen swatches ahead of time and I knew what I was pretty sure what my thoughts were gonna be. How's that? I always refrain from making my comments until I actually try things, but I was pretty sure. So I wasn't gonna buy both. It's just, they're expensive, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna buy both of them, but I will buy the blue look. Now the blue look consists of, this is the Dior Lip Maximizer. It's very blue. I have it on my lips right now. I'm gonna compare it to the baby blue in Chanel, the lip flash. So you can see it's a very cool leaning lip gloss. It's great if you have a warm leaning lip and you wanna make it cooler. That is the perfect tool to use. There is the eyeshadow palette, which the embossing has already come off, but I took pictures of it with the embossing that was still on. There is the Dior Flash Sticks. They are the eyeshadow sticks. I will show you those in a moment. There is the limited edition Bronze Glow, and I picked it up in the pink. I did not pick up the peach. Again, these are $60 a piece, so one was enough. And then there's the Glow Luminizer right here, which also has the packaging. And then there is the Glow Maximizer, which actually, I love the Glow Maximizers. I'm gonna show you. I have 7, so this will make my 8th, how this color compares to all the other ones I have. This is in Sunburst. And so that is pretty much the makeup. There's a nail polish, and I'll also show you that in a second, in the blue. There's also a coral shade, but I just picked up the blue one. What I would say to you all right now, at the beginning of this video, if you don't want to watch the rest, I will be heartbroken. I will be sad, but I will understand. There's no pigment in this collection, and the formulas that are in here are not worth buying unless you love the maximizers, which I do, and you like this. It's a very cool color, right? It's a very cool color, and you're like, oh, it's a very cool color, and I want it because it's a very cool color. This is an older one, and I like to tone down my makeup, tone down my lipsticks. Sure, I mean, I get that. I bought it. I would have bought this. I would have bought this, definitely. So, okay, fair. I would have probably not bought the Maximizer, not because I don't like these, because like I said, I have 7 of them, but because there's one that's actually quite similar that I already own. It was a limited edition though, so if you didn't pick that up, it would make sense to get this. The highlighter, no. The eyeshadow, no. The bronzer actually is not bad because I never bought any of the newer Dior bronzers, so that might be worth it. The thing that I'd pick up are the eyeshadow sticks, and that's not really the core of this collection. So I'm gonna go through it step by step, but like I said, I think you can skip this one and put your money towards something else, and I think we'll all be okay. All right, so let's get into it. First of all, I do have on the Dior Stick Foundation in 1CR. I really like this foundation. I think the Dior foundation is awesome. The best way to put it on, in my opinion, is put down a glowy moisturizing product. I have Sarah Creel's Moisture Source on, and then I take my Anissa brush, which I use for everything, and I go directly from the stick, put it on my face and just the areas that I feel like need it, and that's it. And I just think it looks phenomenally good. Like it's just an easy, super easy way to wear foundation, and it looks great. You don't have to cover your entire face. Excellent. These sticks are great for people who are looking for a dewy finish. If you want a matte finish, do not buy it because that's not what you're gonna get. The Glow Maximizers. Glow Maximizers are exactly what they sound like. They're kind of like the Maximizers for your lips, but they're for your face. These are the shades I have. From the elbow towards my hand, we have the new one, which is the Sunburst. Then we have Abracadior, sorry, I always get the name wrong, Abracadior, Pearly, Pink, Nude, Lilac, Tutu, and Bronze. My favorite of all of them is Pearly. Yeah, Pearly's my favorite. I really like the Pearly one. I think that one's my favorite. But my second favorite one is Nude. Nude is very similar to the Sunburst. When you look at it on my arm, you can see that. There's not a lot of difference. So because I already own Nude, I would say that the Sunburst has a little bit more brown to it. The Nude has more peach to it, but it's not drastically different, guys. And so if you have Nude, you don't need Sunburst. I mean, you can buy it if you want it, but there's not that much of a difference on your skin. I can tell you right now. I have it on. I'll show you me putting it on, hopefully. It's not that pigmented, but it's really pretty. And I think if I didn't have all the other stuff on my face, I would like it a lot more. So that one, the Sunburst, I think I like the product, but I like those products. I just feel like if you have Nude, you basically already have it. This Blue Maximizer, it looks very cool. I mean, there's no doubt. I like the color. To me, that is cerulean. Like that's cerulean. That's the color that cerulean is. If you're like painting, that's cerulean. That's cerulean blue to me. But, it's not gonna look like this on your lips. It looks like I have it on right now. That's it. I'm gonna take the baby blue Cocoa Flash from Chanel, and you can see it next to it. And there's similarities between these products because basically what Dior did is they took the concept of a blue, put it in a maximizer instead of a flash stick, and you get a very similar finish. The baby blue is more baby blue and like light blue, and this is more cerulean, but the idea is the same. It's going to tone down any lipstick, lip liner, or any warmth that you have. It's gonna make it cool. So I put it on by itself. It makes you look a little ill if you're pale like me. It's not a bad looking product, but it's not my favorite. I am gonna put the On Stage shade that I picked up, and I'm gonna put the blue over it so you can see what it looks like. So this is Iconic Rose. I picked this up during the Sephora sale. These have a scent. I'm not really sure what it is. It doesn't last very long. I don't really like it, but it's not a bad scent. It's just, there's a scent to it. I'm gonna let that sit down a little bit and then we'll put the lip gloss over it. The highlighter is basically glitter. This I do not like. It's patchy and it's glittery and I don't like it, and I don't know what else to say. You can kind of see it like on my, I'll put it here. It's just like glitter. It's glitter, and I don't think it looks good on my skin. Would I probably still buy it? Yeah, I probably would, just for the packaging. Again, it's very cool packaging. You're just generally not gonna see this. What I might have done if I had how about this? If I didn't have the channel, I think what I would have done is just bought both bronzers. Yeah, I would have bought both bronzers because I would have been like, hey, I'm not gonna like that highlighter because I could tell. But I'm showing all of you so that you don't spend your money on things. If you want the packaging and you want 2 of them, buy both bronzers. The bronzers aren't bad. This is what the bronzer looks like now. I'll put up a picture of what it looked like when I first got it because it has really cool embossing. The embossing is very pretty. It's not bad. It's a little orange. I've had worse. So I'm not, it's not my favorite, guys, okay? But it's not terrible. I can work with it. How's that for the packaging? This is the pink one, remember. This is the pink. So the peach is probably more brown, orange. But yeah, I don't like it. If I could figure out how to do it, I would pop this out. You know what? I probably can figure out how to do this. I would pop this out and pop something else in. But the packaging is just incredibly cool. Like if I really had some skill here, and I'm sure there's somebody out there who does, I'd put a mirror. So I'd have a double-edged mirror. Like I'd have this regular mirror and then I'd have like a 10x mirror and I'd make this compact. I'm sure someone out there has already done it. So the packaging is incredibly cool, and the products in there, in my opinion, aren't worth it unless you really like an orangey, it's a luminescent, the formula's fine in the bronzer. It's just orange on me. It's not, like I said, it's not the worst. I have it on. It doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look good, but it doesn't look terrible. So I can make it work. This is the eyeshadow, and it looks really cool in the pan when it first has its embossing. It's very pretty. This is very, very pretty. When you look at the swatches, and I had seen the swatches beforehand, there's no pigment. It's like practically not there. It's just not. I have it on my eyes, believe it or not. The look that they came up with the blue, I think I used Glinsky brushes to get this look. So I think what they did is they used their finger to get the blue and they went like this. I played around with it, guys, so that is how you get the color from it. You can also get the color from it by using a stick. I feel like Pat McGrath has one. It's like a glue stick, basically. You put the glue stick down and then you put the shades over it. So if you're willing to do that, here's the middle shade, which is like this grayish shade. If you're willing to do that, then you can get something out of this. You need to use the brushes just don't work. You need to use your finger or maybe one of those foam application things and like a glue stick. The other way is to take the eyeshadow sticks, which are very good. I'm gonna have a dedicated eyeshadow stick video where I talk about the different formulas of the different products. These are very nice. I picked up the safe shades. I picked up beige tulle and I picked up beige mitza. I say safe because these are browny, beigey shades, but they actually are very nice formula. They are very smooth, they go on, they stay on. Like you put these suckers on, they're not gonna go anywhere, which is, really the most important thing, frankly, of an eyeshadow stick, because it's supposed to be an easy one and done. If you take these shades and then you put the shadow over them, and I'm gonna take the gold, you'll see that it does make a huge difference if you do that. But again, you're gonna have to put something like this eyeshadow stick or a glue stick and then put it over it. See how I changed the color there? And I'll put the blue on this and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I don't know if you wanna go through that trouble. Do you wanna put down, a stick and then put down a shadow? Maybe. Maybe you do. If you do, you can get some cool variations. That's my favorite, the blue on top of the beige mitza. I think that's a very cool, almost duochrome kind of look. But that's how you have to use these to get pigment. So I guess it depends. Do you like to play with makeup? If you like to play with makeup, then I'd say buy the sticks. This is beige mitza. Put the eyeshadow stick on your eye. These work really well. I would buy these sticks regardless. I think the sticks are really good. And then play around with the shades to come up with something really cool. If you're somebody who likes to play with makeup. If you were just looking for a sheer wash, kind of like Le Beige's is in Chanel, and that's what you were looking for, but with this blue in it, that's not what you're gonna get, okay? But see, that looks cool. That looks interesting. That, to me, I'm like, oh, okay. That could be fun. I'm not telling you not to buy the eyeshadows. I'm just showing you what you have to do to make them look like eyeshadows and not nothing. I have on the Dior Over Plum mascara. I did pick up another one of these because I really like that mascara. I think it looks great. I'm gonna take the blue and put it on top of this. See, cooled it down. That looks nice. It's now like a pinkier color. Okay, pretty. I'm being a little snarky here, but you're paying a lot of money for these things. And so if you're buying it because it looks cool in the tube and you're okay with the fact that really that's the coolest it's ever gonna look, and when you put it over something, it's gonna just cool it down, and that's why you're buying, then great. I mean, that's what I bought it for. But just be aware that there's not that much difference between that and all the other maximizers. The Glow Maximizer, like I said, in Sunburst, it's very similar to Nude. If you have Nude, I don't know if I'd buy it. You end up with getting a kind of, if you've watched the show Euphoria, kind of look when you put on the blue like this. Like it's that very, you know, kind of, it's a lot, but at least it's different, it's interesting, it's something. If you use it by itself, these eyeshadows by themselves are gonna look like I look like when I came on, which is basically nothing. Like there's just not a lot of there. And so you're paying a lot for not a lot. If you take these shades and put them over other shades, I think you can get a really beautiful look because each one of them has a pearlescent finish. And that pearlescent finish over the eyeshadow sticks, that is something. That is interesting. These are very cool. The packaging is very nice for Mother's Day. This came as like a gift. This is like a little mesh bag. I think this is beautiful. I got the box as well. So I thought that was very nice. I like the packaging. If you're, you know, sucker for really nice boxes, they have a really nice box. The Dior Azure nail polish. This is, now I don't have it on my nails, but I do have it on a piece of paper. Now remember, this is white, so it's not gonna be exactly like this, but at least you can see the differences. Here's the Dior Azure, and here is the Chanel Blue. The Chanel Blue is called, I always get the name wrong, Baganous. The Chanel is very much like my nail color, which is not an accident. My nail color is a DND color that's like a mint. It's like a minty blue. And the reason I did my nails this color, and you'll see it soon, is the bag and the shoes that I fell in love with when they went down the runway 6 months ago. The Chanel is greener. The Dior is that new blue. It's fresh blue. It's azure. It's like the sea. It's a more true blue. Whereas the Chanel has like a greenish tint to it. It's not a true blue. It's a greenish blue. So there is a difference between the blue nail polishes from Chanel and Dior, if that helps you when you're trying to pick up and decide between the collections. If it were me, the things that I would pick up from this Dior collection really clearly are the eyeshadow sticks. And in fact, I will pick up more of these. I picked up the beige ones because I thought those were safe. Even if the sticks didn't work particularly well, I thought, well, they're beige, I'll be able to use them. I think the formulas are really good. So I would definitely pick these up. The Maximizer, because it's just cool. And yeah, I would pick up one of these because this is a very unique packaging. And if you're a beauty lover like myself, and a fashion lover, this is worth collecting and worth having, in my opinion. But the products that are contained within these compacts are some of my least favorite products from Dior that they've ever done. So I can't tell you not to buy them because I would have bought them. I mean, if I didn't have this channel, I still would have bought these for the packaging. I have to be honest. Is that a good use of my money? No, it's not. It's not. But I never said I was here giving you financial advice. I would say if you really love the packaging and you're buying them for the collectability of the pieces, yes. Not for the product. This is just my take. The eyeshadow, if you're looking to put the eyeshadows on over other things, I think they have a really great finish and will be beautiful. If you really want something that has like no pigment, like it's just pearlescent and super light, that could be the eyeshadow quint for you because there's no, unless you're putting it on with your finger and building it, patting it and building it, you'll be safe. So it's super lightly pigmented. I think just on the face of it, if you were just to say which, like I get this question a lot, like which collection would you pick up? I'd pick up the little beiges. The little beiges is light and pearlescent, but at least it's, I don't know, it has something. The eyeshadow sticks, I have to try the other shades and just see what I think, but the beige tulle and the beige mitza I think are lovely, and they're great for like one and done, and like I said, you can put shades over them and I think they look great. So I'd love to hear if you picked up the collection, if you like the compacts, if you picked up the compacts knowing that they were gonna be not necessarily your favorite products, but still loved the packaging, which, hey, like I said, I would have done the same. If there's anything else about the collection that you wanna mention, please let me know. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. Hope to see you in another video really soon.